Here's the incredible story of senior forward Liv Monturo and her long journey discovering that value in life is found in so much more than just basketball in our first ever Falcon feature. Sometimes the things we love most in life, such as sports, can be taken away from us in an instant.
You don't realize how much you miss something until it's taken away, and that was very true for me. I knew I loved the sport, but I didn't know how much I loved it and how much I needed it in my life.
For Liv Monturo, she learned before she even stepped on a college court, she would probably be on the sideline watching her teammates play the game she loved for her entire college career.
To see them do the thing that they loved with the people that they loved, it was really hard for me, and it was a big struggle. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and I wouldn't want to have any other experience based off of where I am now. My name's Liv Monturo, and this is my story.
In the fall of 2021, Liv's freshman year, she found out terrible news from doctors saying that she was missing a coronary artery on her heart, meaning she would be sidelined for her entire college career.
They don't really see people missing coronary arteries very often, and so with my heart specifically, I'm missing my left one, and so the left side of my heart was getting blood through little tiny, like, compensating arteries that didn't really do the full job of, like, an actual coronary artery.
The condition is very rare, so doctors didn't want to take any chances.
They decided that since they don't know the increased risk, they didn't want to even chance it, because the chance of something happening was, they didn't really know, so they didn't want to risk it.
Even with Liv most likely never being able to play again, head coach Mike Miller still made the choice to keep Liv on the team.
Once we commit to somebody, we say we want you here, you're just part of this basketball family for life. So it didn't change how we approached it. In other words, she was here. The surprise would be that she wanted to be here and just be a part of the team for all these, knowing she wasn't going to be able to play.
Thankfully, my coach was grateful enough to let me stay on the team and be a part of the team and show up to practice and go on the team retreats and just be on the team, with the exception of I couldn't practice and I couldn't play.
For 3 years, Liv sat and watched from the sidelines until she heard unbelievable news from doctors that she was cleared to play.
So it was truly the Lord, and because nothing in my heart changed physically. I went to my doctor. I knew going into the appointment that I was going to ask again, just because I always do, and I knew it, all they could do was really say no again. And my argument included the fact that it was my senior year, and that it would be my last year playing. When I asked them, she didn't seem very convinced, and she was kind of running back all the reasons why she wasn't letting me play in the first place. But then in the last few minutes of the appointment, she was like, but I'll talk to my colleagues, I'll bring it up and see what they say, and I'll get back to you.
Liv had to wait patiently for any type of response from her doctors.
They sent me an email saying that they were going to let me do it.
My reaction was laughter. Through people praying for the program and around the program, and including myself, we had a feeling in the spring that something was going to happen to our program.
If Liv was going to play the full season, there had to be multiple safety precautions implemented.
My AT had to clear me to play as well. There has to be someone trained to use an AED around all the time. And I'm on blood thinner, so making sure I take that every day, and I'm hydrated and all these things. And they said, as long as you do those things, we're gonna let you give it a go. And truly it was a God thing, because 3 years ago they said no.
With Liv now on the court, she played like she didn't miss a beat. She even worked her way to a starting role, meaning moments like this.
It's been absolutely amazing. A difficult transition for sure, but I also knew coming into the season that my perspective on the sport was going to change, and it was no longer going to be about me, but about the Lord, and I was going to play for Him and not for myself anymore. So knowing that, and knowing that all I could do was just put in 100% effort and do all that I could do to be successful, but then the Lord was going to take care of the rest.
When asked if he had ever seen a story this incredible in his 38 years at Messiah, here's what Coach Miller had to say.
No, not at all. Because of the heartache, how it started, and how she had to persevere for 3 years. We've had a unique situation or two that a similar thing happened. Like, she's just worked really hard and overcoming, even just like her own self-chatterbox that you can't do this.
For Liv, all she can think about is how God always had a plan for her.
The way that He guided me here, the way that He knew that I needed to be around this team, and the way that He pointed me to Him through the hardships. It's just been truly amazing to look back on and see how He worked in those 3 years, and how I didn't know He was doing it the last 3 years, but now looking back I see all that He's done for me and how incredible it was. That thing that you put your identity in gets taken away, then at least you can fall back on the Lord and you have that relationship with Him.
For YBTV Sports, I'm Caleb Kukin.